Ouch. Welcome. The app's down at the moment. So, wasn't doing this to me. Right, guys, we'll get started in a moment. Just trying to get around this. Once in a lifetime. Why is this doing this well? You're under the white lights. Right. Watching the skylight. Having trouble finding good wholesale supplies for FBA. My usual recommendation is for people, obviously, to look on Google and then find a list of suppliers. Get on the phone or try and go directly to the brand themselves. So, find the products first and then work backwards. Because the truth is, a lot of wholesale suppliers have a similar outlook on things. They're thieving bastards. They charge quite a high price, so you got to get a few and then probably get on the phone rather than email. Because they'll know if you email, you're serious. Sorry, they know if you phone up, you're serious. They get so many emails all the time, but not many people actually call them. Oh, bloody hell. Apologies, guys, I'm struggling a bit today. I've got a sore throat with strep or something. Get me strepsils if I've got some. Any questions? I'm not sure how many people are in here, but if anyone's got any questions. Du-du-du-du-du-du-du-du. You're under the bright lights, once in a lifetime. Well, I'm not sure whether just a battle on this one because no one's actually getting in. Should I actually be doing the steps through the lessons, or would you advise go through? No, go through all of the course first. Go through all of the course first, 100%. Not don't go part through part. I don't believe in that. Just waiting to get in the real world. Cool. I'm hoping more people turn up, man, because I usually tag everyone, but I figured do the lessons, learn everything, then decide. Yeah, exactly. Sharpen the axe and then cut the tree down. I was gonna say the Chinese tried to pull one on me earlier. It kind of annoyed me. They basically quoted originally like $8, and then they tried to put the price up to 10.60. Now they do this shit because they're snaky bastards. But I told them there's no way I'm paying it. Sort it out. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it. If you got a problem with it, we're not doing business. I'm just going to find somebody else. We'll probably need a company registered for calling up suppliers. It will definitely help because they don't like to do business with individuals. They like to do business with companies. Yeah, Dylan, I think I know. It's not coming up for me for some reason. We do need to fix it. Welcome, Thomas. Oh, wait there. I'm not about to get back in. Oh. Not sure if that's tagged everyone, but we'll see. Hopefully, people will be joining us now. Hi, hola. I figured that, yeah, probably the company is still down. Good evening. Hi, all. Hola todos. It was down for me for a while and still won't let me download the beta for Android. Still think the Matrix is more terrible. I figured it was just the Matrix with my terrible lifetime. Possibly. Gonna get an LLC. Thanks for the advice. No worries. Right. Hopefully everyone joins now. So I've tagged the students, but I'm not sure if my tag works on the admin side. If I'm on the normal one as my normal account, it'll work. But on the admin side, the student tag sometimes doesn't work. Once in a lifetime. Yeah, we need to make it common knowledge now that the live AMAs are at 10 p.m. I think issues logging into the. I know, yeah, we're talking about it right now, actually. Oh man. No, it's not working for me either. I think we've got a few small issues. It's in my calendar. What's in your calendar? Do you need a business bank account? If so, can you tell me why? You don't need one. If you got a limited company or a limited liability company, whatever, you will need one then. Obviously, because then the business is its own entity. It's not you as a person. So if you sign up as a business, then yeah, you will need one. Oh right, sound. AMA is at 10. Spam the chats. Let everyone know. Spread the word. Make sure everyone knows that it's 10 p.m. UK time and like 5 p.m. irrelevant time and 2 p.m. the other relevant time. Once in a lifetime. Keep trying to refresh to fix it, but oh, it's not working. Is there any questions while we're here? I don't want to mount the French for beating us. I'm cool with that. DJ, it's possible to do FBA from South Africa, or should look another market country. I'm not sure if there's a Amazon South Africa, but you absolutely can do from South Africa. We've got a guy in here from Australia doing Amazon in America. You know what I mean? It's not a problem. I'm starting to do Amazon America as well. So yeah, no, you can absolutely do it. South Africa Amazon is releasing next year. I'd focus on a mature market personally, but that's just me. Ah. Ouch. Right, while I'm waiting for a question, I'm going to try and find some strepsils because my throat is fucking hurting. I feel like I've tried to swallow a fucking golf ball, which would be an odd thing to do. Oh, no good. It's probably my drawer. Any questions, guys? How long have I been in FBA for, and what tips do you for a newbie to get jump started? Okay, so 3.5 years. Tips to get jump started. Make sure you have the budget. Make sure you've gone through the course fully. Commit to one thing. So if you're going to do wholesale, do wholesale. If you're going to do private label, commit to private label. Jump started. Set your account up, man. But there's no real jump start. There's no tips. There's no, you know what I mean? It's do the work, you know what I mean? It's like you want to learn to be a boxer, you got to learn to jab. You got to learn to move around. Oh, I wasn't doing this today. Do you have a credit card recommendation for someone's first credit? I don't even know what country you're in, my friend. Kool-Aid. By the sounds of your name, you're probably in the US. I don't know any US credit card lenders. Chase, um, Wells Fargo. I don't know. Do they do them? I don't know. Just go onto a comparison site. Just go on credit. Stop into Google credit card comparison site, and they'll basically see whether you're eligible and obviously give you a quote. I've got 10 to 20k USD to start in the FBA. What would you think would be the best adventure for a brand newbie like me to start and understand? Ow. Private label, definitely. I'd go private label. If I had 10 to 20k to invest in FBA, I'd do FBA, private label. If you go through the courses, which I think you didn't because I think you mentioned a question earlier. Yeah, go through the courses. Start with Helium 10 is what I'd recommend if you're going to do private label. Go through what products you can select, then choose a niche. Obviously, make sure there's enough products in that niche for you to move into, and then go through that. And then you should have a pretty decent niche to enter, and then a decent business to create. So yeah, that's what I'd do. In fact, it is what I'm doing right now for a client. So does it make sense to do private label and wholesale? You can start wholesale and then move into private label. That's not much of a problem. But if you're going to do private label and wholesale, you'll probably abandon wholesale pretty soon because it's not as good as private label most of the time. Revolut has virtual credit cards. Sound? Revolut are good. I've got Revolut account. Does it make sense to do no, no, not really. What does the 3,000 requirement for private label go into apart from buying stock? Advertising costs, shipping costs, creating your listings, designs. But yeah, I suppose you've already put it with branding, trademarking. But yeah, that's for most of it anyway. It's not much more to it than that. So stock, shipping, advertising costs, um, branding and trademarking, like you've said, and yeah, that's mostly it. But yeah, if you're gonna commit to it, if you're gonna go for it 100%. But the truth is, guys, if I was starting FBA, I'd want to have an income at the same time, regardless of how much of a budget I had. And well, I say regardless, but if I was starting on a budget of less than 50k, I'd still want an income coming in. You know what I mean? Just for peace of mind. Are there any cool ways to integrate my Shopify website with my current Amazon FBA listing? Not really. They're separate platforms, to be honest. The only thing you could really do is use Fulfilled by Amazon for. Sorry, what's it called? What's it called now? It's going to annoy me. That is multi-channel fulfillment. That's it. You'd use multi-channel fulfillment to sign up. To send your products to your customers on Shopify, and they'll get them a lot quicker. How much would you pay per month for then one private label project to start? What do you mean one private label project? There's only one I start. I'm not gonna go off into other avenues. And it's difficult to predict. It's based on how many sales I make. But you have to reword that question so I can understand it better. Let's check something, guys. Apologies for that, guys. I'm just trying to get this situation resolved. Are there any cool ways to integrate? Oh, yeah, I've already answered that. The monthly track in Amazon US, 2,500 M compared to 388 M in the UK. How do you adjust the filters to get better results while searching for products in the US market? It's basically the same. It's the same for both. It doesn't really matter. As long as the product meets that criteria, you know what I mean? The amount of sales you're going to get from it is enough. So, yeah, I won't worry too much about that. But yeah, the Amazon US is a different beast. Uh, you're not a very popular person where you're located. Doesn't matter. If you do private label, it really doesn't matter because you've only got to deal with the Chinese, and the Chinese don't give a shit how bad of a person you are. They just care about how much money you're going to spend with them. They're very. I think Family Guy kind of said it. It's kind of stereotypical and a little bit racist, but it's kind of true. They're very straightforward and simple people. Not in like a retard simple. I mean like a just a straight to it. Is what it is. Question for the general popular. Oh, that's that. Can I run Facebook, TikTok, and Google ads for my products in Amazon? You can do, but it's not worth it. Amazon will do it for you. If someone types into Google a product that's appropriate for Amazon, Amazon will come up anyway. After the 3K, will the cost continuing with doing private label? Re-upping new products mostly. Hello TJ, my account has been deactivated. Somewhere I put my personal data and create an account, but I don't have any bills with this data. How can I get them? You can't get bank statements at all. I don't trust that. Have you participated in the war and musical activities? Yes, I have. I can't say what happens. I can't say what goes on. I can't say where I went and who I met or whatever. It's very it's confidential. It's top secret. Tagging students at work, mate. Don't worry about it. There's enough people in here now for the questions anyway. I keep hearing that wholesale Amazon is too saturated. Is that true? Please explain. No, you just need to find the right products. This is why I made the wholesale course, and this is why I made it specific as to what you should be looking for. So therefore, you know what I mean? Go through the course, and then you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. When I talk about search parameters as well, this is why I say you're going to need Helium 10 to do it because you need to know which ones are MFN and which ones aren't because this will just literally save you the amount of time finding them. Do you know what I mean? So find the products that are MFN and then search back for them. What's your opinion on Buybot Pro? I don't know. I don't know nothing about it. Just linked in the general chat. Sound. Would you recommend private label for a beginner with minus 3K? Wholesale keep kind of easy to get into. It is easy to get into. That what makes it more difficult because it's easier for other people to get into, so therefore there's more competition. Because a lot of basically a lot of high street businesses will just fucking end up deciding to sell on Amazon. You know, what I mean, eventually a lot of them, and a good proportion of them, will figure out how to do FBA. You know, what I mean, and then they will sell their FBA products on there. But this is why I go for the deeper niches with demand. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a lot of the times it's like I don't know taps or sorry, like faucet parts and stuff, or copper piping and shit. Do you know what I mean? Just odd bits that people buy but still exists. You know what I mean? On Amazon, people still buy it there, or like fittings and just you know what I mean? Just really deep niche stuff, but it's not really sold FBA. But if you can find those kinds of products, you know what I mean, you can get the sales. You know what I mean? Think of those really specific things that people actually do buy, but nobody really thinks about. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people come to me and they have the really general household products. I'm like, did you just go through your house one day and go, oh yeah, that looks like a good idea. I'll think about that, and then do that about 10 times, and then come to have a look and then be like, oh, there's nothing worth selling. Do you know what I mean? Go for the deeper niche products. You know what I mean? Like specific car parts and stuff. Do you know what I mean? But again, this is where Helium 10 will show you exactly what you need to look for. So would you recommend just running Amazon ads and let the Amazon listing show up on Google? Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Animals will do it organic anyway. You know what I mean? You don't even need it to be what's it called? You don't even need it to be sounds. You don't even need to be advertising. Sorry, I was reading the other question as I was thinking about that. Then, can I start with arbitrage and do a wholesale after? Yeah, you can. Yeah, 100%. A lot of people have good success with arbitrage. You know what I mean? Look, well, numbers wise, I don't know how much profit they're making. I don't think it's as much as they make out. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are bullshitters in this space. Um, but yeah, with retail arbitrage, there's high numbers, but obviously the margins are sometimes not as great. Um, but yeah, arbitrage works. Arbitrage does work. It's just a lot quite time intensive model. But then again, some people may know something I don't. I never really did retail arbitrage for too long, so I'm not really a experienced individual in it. After I've made 10K, should I join TWR? Um, Depends on your situation. If you want to network, if you want to connect with those powerful individuals, if you want to meet up, talk about what we can achieve and all that, like then sure, you know what I mean. But it does come down to your situation and what you're ready to do. You know what I mean? If I could give a man in the world an axe, you know what I mean, you could use it as a hammer or you could use it to build a log cabin. It's down to what you do and what you want to do. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's all I can say about it. For someone with money who wants to maximize profits, would there be any point in starting wholesale or should they just start with private label? Personally, I'd start with private label. You've got more room to move into, and you know what I mean. You're on your own space then, and you can command your own areas. A lot of the guys who do wholesale, they're coming in, they're running into private label sellers, and they're seeing them selling. They're like, "Oh, sweet, I'm going to sell this product," and they're like, "There's only one seller on the listing. I can beat him." I'm like, "Yeah, it's private label. He's not letting you take his listing that easy. So don't, you know what I mean? Don't try it." Obviously, they're just going to get themselves kicked off the listing, and you know, what I mean, Amazon will give them a strong warning not to do it. But it's a good sign because it means people are making money with private label. It's like, oh yeah, there's 25 grand a month sales. I'm like, yeah, they're staying with him because he private labeled his product. Anyway, any more questions, guys? I'm gonna wrap this one up in a few minutes. And I don't know if anyone can hear it, but I've got a really bad throat. I think I've got strep to be honest, but I don't know. I've still got some what's it called antibiotics from last month. I think I'm gonna try them out, and hopefully they'll work. Any more questions? Or any more insults for the French because they beat us in the quarterfinals? When do I need to apply for an LLC? Um, if you're taking Amazon 100% seriously, you can do it straight away. You know what I mean? I don't think there's that much involved in doing it. You can find a freelancer on Fiverr to set you one up. You know what I mean? They won't charge that much because the global economy now is so brilliant. You know what I mean? You can pay people in third world countries to do work that people are in first world countries. You know what I mean? Some of you are smart and you'll be able to make money from that. If you're starting with Amazon, then yeah, sure. I'd start with an LLC now. You know what I mean? Amazon was a little bit more lenient before, but now they're a lot more cottoned onto it. They don't want amateurs on their platform. They want people who are legit about it. You know what I mean? Did you start with your personal bank account or business account straight away? Business account I started with. I think I did know. That's a good point. I think I changed it actually. Now that's a lie. I think I started my personal and I changed it to my business. But that was in the time when Amazon wasn't as um, what's the word? When they weren't as strict about it. Thank you very much for the info, TJ. I'm going to go for the course again when the real world is up again. Yeah. But yeah, does it also impact my work employment contract? It doesn't know because it's a separate entity. If your employer finds out about it, they might ask questions, um, but it won't affect your employment status. No, all because it's a bit like me investing in stocks in a company. You know, what I mean, I technically own part of that company, just like you'll own your LLC. But yeah, I wouldn't. It's only if they start looking for it. You know, what I mean, they might ask you about it, and then you might just say, "Yeah, it's fuck knows, whatever." You know, what I mean, my car boots out, business, some bullshit. Truly appreciate it. You're welcome. Any more questions, guys? If not, I'll wrap this one up. Find me strepsils. Thank you for your help. You're welcome. Just say Eliza or Elisa. Elisa Leica. Like it to like her. If I really had time, I'm gonna wife you. Okay, we're sort of back in. Ouch. Cool. I'm guessing nobody else had any more questions. It's been a minute since I asked that, so unless anyone's a really slow typer, I'll give you a last 15 seconds for any more questions. But yeah, I want to make sure my students are all starting to get some traction on this, you know what I mean? It's Elisa, not Eliza. Oh, so yeah, it's just Lisa, but L, Elisa. Have a good night. Thank you. Thank you, Shane, Alexander the Great. Thank you. See ya. Cool. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us. I'll try and get the notifications out better tomorrow. I think I was just locked out of the real world for some reason. I'm not sure why. But I'll take you guys tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be able to get everyone or more people on the live call so we can get some good questions in, and everyone can learn a thing or two. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. Same time tomorrow, 10 p.m. If you hear anyone mention that they want to change the times, you know, what I mean, I'll look into that because it's an awkward one. Because obviously, some people are in the far west, some people are in the fucking towards the east, and I'm trying to balance the two. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us, guys. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 p.m.